After being a huge fan of the ASTRO A50, I'm super excited to get the brand new Logitech G ASTRO A50X unboxed and set up with the GoXLR. Let's get it. With everything laid out from the box, we have the ASTRO A50X headset, the docking station to connect your devices and charge your headset, the USB-C and USB-A to USB-C, that's an absolute mouthful, which gives power to your base station and connection to your PC. And then we've also got an extra USB-A to USB-C cable to connect your Xbox or PlayStation. The ASTRO A50X has the brand new feature called PlaySync, which allows you to connect your Xbox, PlayStation and PC or Mac all at once. Just like the Pro X2, the ASTRO A50X also has the Pro G graphene audio drivers installed. The first time I ever tried this headset was at a Logitech G event that I attended, and the audio quality that I heard was absolutely through the roof. It was crazy, like my mind was blown at how clear and just amazing the sound sounded. Amazing the sound. English, but that's cool. Another really cool thing about these headphones is if you had the ASTRO A50 with the mod kit that changed the air cups, you can in fact use them still. Moving right over to the base station, it's got 3 USB-C inputs including the power and the PC port. It's got 2 HDMI inputs and an HDMI pass-through output, which might I add is HDMI 2.1 at 4K, 120Hz and 24-bit audio, which is pretty impressive. Something you'll notice right away with this base station is that it doesn't have a 3.5 AUX input or an optical input, which will make things a little bit difficult if you're trying to use a GoXLR mixer. However, there are a couple of ways to make this work with the GoXLR, just depending on how you've got yours set up. First off, I'll start with a method that is going to require you to purchase something. To allow the GoXLR to input audio into the base station, we're going to need an item called an audio embedder or an audio inserter. They kind of go by different names. What this does is it takes the 3.5mm audio from your headphone jack and puts it into here, and then injects it or embeds it into an HDMI cable, which then goes to the docking station. I've purchased this one off Amazon. It's called a Pro 2 HDMI audio inserter. I'll leave a link below in case you do want to grab the same one. So inside the box, you've got power cable, and then you've got the little unit itself. The audio embedder has a 3.5mm input, an HDMI input, power, and then on the other side we've got HDMI out. I will say that if you use a GoXLR and you listen to your voice, use voice monitoring, definitely go with this method other than my next method that I'll be showing shortly. The audio inserter or audio embedder, basically it doesn't have any delay. It's the same as a GoXLR, so there's no delay and it's not going to be like a speech jammer or freak you out or anything like that. There is a couple of things that you need to keep in mind if you use one of these audio inserters / embedders. You do still need to use your HDMI in on this. There has to be a signal coming in for this to then embed it into an HDMI out. So what I've done is I run 3 monitors for my setup. My second monitor is where I'll have Discord or I'll have OBS while I'm streaming. So what I do is I use that monitor to have this in between it. I'll do a quick diagram to kind of explain how this works. So it goes from your PC to the HDMI inserter, the HDMI inserter to the Logitech ASTRO G base station, and then from the base station out through the pass-through, the HDMI out, back into your monitor. And next we just need to run an AUX or a 3.5mm cable from the headphone jack on the back of the GoXLR to the audio in on the audio embedder. The second thing to keep in mind here is that the audio inserter is only HDMI 2, which means that you won't get the full 4K, 120Hz, 24-bit audio. However, the only thing that I'm using it for is just audio, so I don't need to worry about the resolution or the hertz. The only thing that is going to affect me is the 24-bit audio, but because it's coming from the GoXLR anyway, to me it's not really a big deal. Now onto the free way of doing this. Logitech has recently brought out a new piece of software called Mixline, which is in a beta. I can't tell if it's called Mixline Beta or Mixline and it's in the beta form. I don't know. I haven't quite worked it out yet. This application basically allows you to connect your hardware inputs, your application and games, etc. directly to your output device so that you can hear that audio live. For GoXLR, you can just use the Stream Mix input and output it directly to your ASTRO A50X headset. The only downside that I've noticed with this method is that you'll notice a slight delay when you're talking if you're monitoring your voice. It's kind of like a speech jammer, but maybe over time you might get used to it. I'm not too sure. I gave it a go and it was a little bit too much for me, so I decided to go down the injector route. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope this video has helped to someone out there that may be looking to get the ASTRO A50X or has it and haven't been able to get it to work with the GoXLR. If you've got any comments or anything, leave them below and I'll make sure I respond to them. Otherwise, make sure you like and subscribe. Is that what they say? I'm not a YouTuber. Like and subscribe.